It's always awesome when we have our friends from the music hall in Portsmouth stopping by. And a lot of times we talk about the film festivals and different concerts that are coming up. But this is something a little different, and it's called Litfest. And I'm very, very fortunate to have a couple of people who are involved in it joining the program here this morning. I have Brittany Wasson, who's the literary producer, and put together this thing called Litfest. And first of all, welcome to the program, Brittany.
Thank you for having me.
Tell me a little bit about how, or for an 8-year-old, how would you explain Litfest?
So Seacoast Litfest is a 4-day celebration of all things reading and all books. We will have 4 keynote speakers and a day of panels, of active street fair out on Chestnut Street, and a kids' book giveaway for those 8-year-olds who are listening.
That is wonderful how you're just reinvesting in the youth to get them involved in something that you're both very, very passionate about. Where did the idea for Litfest come from?
So last year we were celebrating 20 years of Writers on a New England Stage, which is our big series in the big hall. We've hosted over 100 authors on that series, and we wanted to celebrate 20 years of awesomeness with our pals at NHPR. And we kicked off with our first Seacoast Litfest with Dan Brown and Jennifer Weiner, and it was so much fun. And we wanted to do it again.
And you've been doing it for a while as far as planning it and putting it together. It kicks off on Thursday, June 11th, goes basically Thursday through Sunday. You can get individual tickets, but after the conversation that we're about to have, I think you might want to check out all 4 days. Are there tickets available as a package?
Yes, we have the Seacoast Litfest Pass. There are some limited passes still available, but it gets you access to all those keynotes and first seats at the panels on Sunday the 14th.
It's such a wonderful place to see something like that. I was just there to see the Spinners a couple of weeks ago, and it's such a vibe in there. You've done such a magnificent job of holding on to the heritage of a building like the Music Hall and updating it to be like, oh, I can actually hang out here in 2026 and things are comfortable and everything. Also have Shannon Garvey, who is experiencing quite the moment. It's been a wonderful May for you. Shannon, welcome to the program.
Thank you so much for having me.
And tell the audience why it's been such a big May for you.
Well, my debut novel, June Baby, came out last week on May 12th, and it was published with Jenna Bush Hager's new imprint, Thousand Voices and Random House, and this is my dream come true.
It is. It's been awesome to hear about it the last couple of minutes. And you are a true-hearted New Englander. Where were you raised?
I was born in Warwick, Rhode Island, and Block Island was always like a vision. You could see it on clear days sparkling out in the sea, and it's a place that I've loved for my whole life, and it's where the novel is set.
And now, you took my words out of my mouth there. But the novel is June Baby, and how long did it take to put together?
Yeah, from first spark to publication day, it'll be 4 years.
And this is your first one?
Absolute first one.
You sound like a pro, like you've been doing this for 20, 25 years or so. What were some of the biggest challenges that you ran into along the way to get it to where it's at today?
I think anytime you're carving time out for creative work, it's difficult. I worked in the service industry for 10 years, trying to make this happen and inching my way towards this moment. So really just making that time for the work is the hardest part, I would say.
And you will be interviewed coming up at Litfest. What day will she be interviewed?
June 11th, the Thursday.
Oh, the kickoff, right?
Yeah.
So Jenna Bush Hager is going to be involved in this too, and that's one of the names that you see, whether you're scrolling social, you've heard the ad here on Seacoast Oldies. How did Jenna get tied in with Litfest this year?
Well, knowing that Shannon lives on the Seacoast with us, that was a nice add-on there. But Jenna really loves to support emerging and debut authors, and I think her mission and message about reading and the importance of literacy was the perfect way to start the literary festival.
Because she has quite the arc where she, of course, has her, Today Show appearances and, that particular job that she does. But her whole other act just seems to be, in literature and really helping kids learn how to read and getting them energized. How does, who approached who to do this for the Litfest?
I'd say it's pretty mutual.
That's cool.
It was both.
Yeah. What's it been like to work with her?
I don't get to work with her nearly as closely as Shannon does.
Yeah. So, Shannon, tell me about how you and Jenna ended up working together for this particular book.
So we sold the book to Random House in October 2024. And at a meeting that I didn't know about, my editor had slid her the manuscript.
What?
And she wanted to acquire it. And we had a meeting over Zoom, and she was in her Today Show dressing room and expressed how much she loved the book and her vision for it. And I tried not to fall on the floor.
I was going to imagine, because, I mean, especially if that would caught you all off guard.
Oh, yeah.
That's incredible. Can you tell us a little bit about your book?
Yeah, so June Baby follows our main character, Ruth, who, when we first meet her, she's 17, and it's the summer right after her mother has just passed away. And her father is unable to handle her grief, so he ships her off to Block Island to work as an assistant for an artist there named Diana. And we really just get a glimpse of like how important and impactful this place is going to be to her. But the majority of the book takes place 10 years later. Ruth is 27 now, and she spent the last 10 years of her life just orbiting her whole world around Block Island summers. But this summer, kind of her place on the island and really in her life as she's constructed it is kind of slipping out of her grasp. Diana has passed away really suddenly, and her first love, Charlie, has just announced he's getting married at the end of the summer. And
Charlie.
I know, Charlie.
Charlie will regret that decision.
Oh, gosh. But it's really about her kind of coming to terms with the fact that the way she's been living her life isn't working anymore, and kind of grappling with what that looks like.
And you said, how long did it take you to put this whole thing together?
4 years.
4 years of your life rolled into one. It was just released last week. What was that feeling like?
Oh, I mean, it was insane. We started the day at the Today Show, which first time doing live TV.
Wow.
But they were so nice, and it went well. And then we were whisked back, and I had my launch event actually at the music hall in the lounge, and we sold that out, which is really exciting.
Wow. Yeah.
And it was just the best energy ever.
Shannon Garvey is one of my guests this morning on York County Connects. She's the author of June Baby, and she's going to be part of Seacoast Litfest, which kicks off on Thursday. So Shannon will be a guest, so will Jenna Bush Hager. And then later on during the weekend, Brittany, you have some other events. Can you tell us about what Market Square Day is going to be like?
Market Square Day is the city of Portsmouth puts that on, and it's all.
Oh, yes, that's right. It's the Market Square Day. I didn't know if you were doing your own version of it.
No.
Oh, wow. So Chad Layton of Dad, Can You Not is going to be the main guy that night. Again, can you expand a little bit about what that book is about?
Sure. He's a comedian from Maine. He's got the Layton Show, and he's mostly famous for texts from teens that are ridiculous, like "Dad, what time is noon?"
Yeah.
So this one is the second book. He's talking about all dad jokes, and luckily it comes out the week before Father's Day, so it's the perfect Father's Day gift. So that'll be really fun. That's in the lounge.
Yeah.
And the night before that, we have Temple Grandin, who is an animal behavior expert and autism advocate. So she'll be speaking about both of those kind of career choices.
And then getting kids off the screens on Sunday, I think, is going to be a really big day for you guys. Yeah.
We'll have local vendors on the street, on Chestnut Street. We'll have an immersive reading experience inside the historic theater with, the fun moving lights and soothing music, and a great place to escape the heat. Hopefully it's a nice day out. On June 14th, we'll also have a free kids book giveaway for kiddos ages 0 to high school. So if you have a kid, bring them by and grab some free books. We'll also have a book swap for anybody. So you can bring books, you can take a bunch of books. It's kind of we're trying to make it more of a community event and make it open for everybody.
That's awesome how you continue to reinvest in the community, especially in a world where everybody's just locked on their screens. I take it that both of you grew up as fans of literature. What were some of your favorite books growing up, Brittany?
Oh, gosh. I loved the Lemony Snicket books, series of unfortunate events. I loved Harry Potter and strong female characters and a bunch of other books by Tamara Pierce. But I also got my start with reading at the Music Hall with Writers on a New England Stage. I went to one of the first events they had there when I was in high school. So it's really fun to kind of be back in it, and I want to give back to my community that supported me when I was a kid.
Local people, supporting local people and developing local stories. Shannon, how about you?
Favorite book as a kid, I loved the Junie B. Jones series. And then a little older, also love complicated female characters, the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants books. Those were a big hit for me. Yeah.
Is the character in June Baby a complicated female character?
I would say so, yes.
Yeah, so you certainly are inspired by that one. All right, Shannon and Brittany, thank you so much for joining the program today. It's Seacoast Litfest. The best way for people to get tickets, Brittany?
themusichall.org.
All right, so you can get individual tickets. You can get tickets for the whole shebang and really do it up for the weekend right before Father's Day weekend. That's York County Connects on York County's oldie station.
Connect with York County's morning show at 324-1220.